Greetings, my fellow normies. I hope you're all doing well today. So, this episode is about MGM is selling off Stargate, James Bond, and everything else they own. So, um, I've done a couple of videos on Stargate, and they went pretty well and stuff. But I got an article here and it says that MGM is one of the oldest Hollywood studios around. They're responsible for the film franchises James Bond, Stargate series, and movies. This is the studio behind The Wizard of Oz. Their library of content is massive, but during the pandemic, where people just aren't visiting movie theaters, what does that get you? Unlike Disney, MGM hasn't launched their own streaming service. Without a way to earn on their properties, it's looking like MGM is now having the conversations about sales, possibly for their entire movie studio. And my opinion on that is that I would actually like to see the Stargate series go to actually Amazon Prime, as if they've shown that they know how to do sci-fi and do it right with regards to The Expanse and so many others. Um, there's even talk of CBS selling Star Trek, and that Amazon is looking at its catalog as well too. Um, but according to Wall Street Journal, the studio has been talking to two investment banks, Morgan Stanley and Lion Tree LLC, while they explore the potential of a sale. MGM has estimated the worth of the company at 5.5 billion. That would be a drop in the bucket for Amazon or even Apple TV or Apple in general. Their long-term debt is 2.3 billion. There is a debate to be had who will be willing and able to pay 5.5 billion price tag for a company with 2.3 billion in debt. That's a lot. And with 5.5 on top of 2.3 billion, so the company is worth almost what? Close to 8 billion total? I don't know. That's a lot. I think they might have better luck cutting up what they've got and getting rid of it. Reports make it sound like MGM believes that streaming service would greatly benefit from MGM's vast library. While some of their franchises, like Stargate or on other streaming services, many of them have yet to join the streaming revolution. However, whether a streaming service would be willing to handle that price tag is unclear. Netflix has established their streaming service with original content, but companies like Apple TV, HBO Max are still building uh, a curated content library. Problem too is that a lot of these streaming services and stuff like that, I think we're going to see kind of more of a consolidating where the top three are going to be like Netflix, Apple TV, and or maybe top four Disney Plus, and then Amazon and stuff. Um, because I think you're going to really spread yourself and stuff, and you're really going to have a very vast library and stuff. It's just like Disney bought Fox. Now they got a huger library of things now. I mean, I just did a video about them rebooting or doing another Firefly TV show and stuff and all that. So um, I'm not too sure what to think of all this. There's a lot of different directions it might go. I don't know. But many of MGM's properties are already available for streaming. Stargate is a strong example. All 10 seasons of Stargate are currently up on Netflix in the USA. Stargate SG-1, Atlantis, and Universe are all up on Hulu. Hulu is owned by Disney, and of course, Netflix is Netflix. Stargate is leaving Amazon Prime at the end of December, but there is room for it to return. While they're used to seeing streaming rights sold exclusively, MGM have been experimenting with selling rights to multiple companies, and that would be working for them. I think that might actually work better for them, to be honest, and all that. Um, as far as the MGM franchise goes, a streaming service could do well to pick up the rights to Stargate Universe. Brad Wright, co-creator of Stargate SG-1, Atlantis, and Universe, officially confirmed he's been in conversation with MGM for a new series. While there are already several movies and TV series in the franchise, And you know what, too? It's one of the best franchises out there. Stargate in general. Um, I wasn't too keen on the whole universe episode, show, but it is what it is. But I really enjoyed and I really love Stargate. There's a lot of different franchises I'd love to see, not rebooted, but continued and stuff like Babylon 5, for example, and stuff. There's a lot of just kind of deviate from my little discussion here and stuff like that. I think that there's so many great shows that they could revitalize or do a next generation. Like there was a show called Sequest, DSV and stuff, about a submarine that was basically futuristic and all that. They said they're going to be reviving Firefly on Fox, that's owned by Disney Plus. I'd love to see Babylon 5, maybe even a continuation of Farscape, Andromeda, um, Sliders. Another really good show I'd love to see would be Alien Nation and stuff like that. There was maybe even a Highlander TV show. There's been talk of certain stuff like that. But I think that overall, I think that we're in for to see what's going to happen and stuff like that. I think a lot of people just don't know what to do with regards to a lot of their bigger franchises, kind of like 007, because you know they're mainly strictly for movies. You know what I'm saying? Not streaming. So I don't know how you would really do that. Um, and 007 is coming up to be in its 25th installment and all that. I love the different incarnations of 007, and I think, I don't see them as a reboot. You know what I'm saying? Like some people have stated that the that 007, James Bond is like a reincarnation. They restart it every once in a while. I just don't see it that way. And so I just think that they keep on continuing the legacy of what James Bond is, you know what I'm saying, and all that. Um, I just don't see it that way. Like I see like when they're rebooting frickin' Batman, and stuff. Because I think it's because 007 James Bond, they're always introducing the new villains. They don't rehash the same ones over and over and over again. And I think that's why I kind of see it that way. Unlike, when they do Batman, they're always doing the same damn villains. Nobody gives a shit about the old villains and stuff, and stuff. But it's unlikely we'll have news about MGM moving forward with the sale until they make a move on James Bond movie, No Time to Die. Whether they release it in April, sell it to a streaming service, or come up with a new plan, it's financially successful or failure will impact studio's decision and cost. I don't know what's going to happen. But in the meantime, does this mean they're less likely to put money behind new Stargate series? Surprisingly, it doesn't seem that way. It's a very popular, it's a grounded franchise, and I think that they could do very well with it. I mean, you can go in so many different directions. I mean, if you look at Stargate Atlantis, for example, God, there was so much that was brought up and stuff, with the Atlanteans and the Wraith and all the technology and all that stuff. So I'm going to end it here. Let me know what you think down below. Like, subscribe, and share, and I'll be talking to you later, my fellow normies. Have a good one. Bye.